An urgent warning from Washington has sent shockwaves across the Middle East and far beyond. As American citizens inside Iran, they are being told to leave immediately while they still can. You're watching Times XP. It's me, Dhriti Atri. Well, the message is blunt, unusually direct, and filled with alarm. The US government says that it cannot protect its own citizens inside Iran anymore, and that alone signals how dangerous the situation has really become. The US State Department has issued an emergency directive ordering all the Americans in Iran to depart without any delay. Officials are warning that conditions on the ground they are rapidly worsening and that US diplomatic or consular help will not be available if things spiral out of control. Well, this is not a travel advisory. This is a last call. But why is this happening right now? Because Iran is facing intense nationwide unrest. With protests spreading across multiple cities, communications are becoming restricted, internet access it is unreliable. Mobile networks are being shut down in some cases. In fact, in such moments, foreign nationals often become vulnerable. Detentions increase, movement becomes risky, information disappears. US officials are particularly concerned about the safety of American nationals. They warn that the US citizens could face questioning, arbitrary detention, or even worse, specifically as tensions with Washington and Israel continue to rise. The State Department has made it crystal clear that once Americans are trapped inside Iran, there may be no safe way to reach them. And this is why the language is urgent and uncompromising. Their president, Donald Trump, has added to the sense of escalation here. In fact, he has openly signaled that military options are on the table as crises deepen. While no strikes have been officially announced, but the tone coming from Washington suggests that preparations are being reviewed and pressure it is building. And in geopolitics, ladies and gentlemen, such warnings are rarely issued without any warning. And in the meantime, Tehran is responding with defiance too. Iranian authorities have vowed retaliation if the US or Israel carries out any military action. Officials have warned that American and Israeli interests across the region would be considered legitimate targets in the event of an attack. This is how dangerous cycle begins, right? Warning triggers threat, threat triggers preparation. Now for Americans who are still inside Iran, the situations, they are stuck. Those who can leave are told to do so immediately using any available route. Those who cannot leave are being advised to shelter in place, limit the movement, and prepare for prolonged instability. The government is specifically saying that once events cross a certain line, help may not arrive in time. Now, this alert also tells us something bigger about where this crisis is going. Governments do not evacuate their citizens unless they believe the situation could worsen all of a sudden or violently. Communication blackout, mass protests, military signaling together form a pattern here that history has seen before. When evacuation warnings appear, escalation often follows. So in the end, let's talk about what does this mean for the entire region and the world. It means that the risk of direct confrontation involving Iran, the US, and Israel is growing. It means ordinary civilians could be caught in the middle. It means diplomacy is being pushed aside by emergency planning here. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's the final verdict. Washington is preparing for the worst. Tehran is bracing for confrontation, and American citizens are being told to get out before the doors close. Now, this is not fear mortgaging. This is crisis management in real time.